Arnie, a big couple of weeks for a number of Socceroos in clubland. Seeing the likes of Cam Burgess, Jackson Irvine, Connor Metcalf get promoted into top leagues. You must be really excited for them.
Yeah, look. First of all, it's a massive congratulations to all the boys, and there's a purpose of also the national team and what it can bring for those type of players, and improve the quality of them as well. Like by playing against top opposition in the national team, they then take that back to clubland, and it's something that we've been building over the last few years. But most of all, it's just fantastic for their clubs, and the fact that they're going to be playing next year in the top leagues, or whether it's Sakati in Serie A, Jackson and Connor in the Bundesliga 1, and now 3 to 4 players in the Premier League, with Harry Sutter as well at the moment, obviously at Leicester City, but Cam, and it's great to see Maslawonga in the Premier League next year.
And from your perspective, not just for those players in this moment, but what do you see the ongoing benefit of having Australians in those sort of top 5 leagues and performing week in, week out?
It'll raise the profile again of Australian football and players, and that happened in the mid-90s. Once you had 1 or 2 players playing in the Premier League, all of a sudden Premier League clubs are looking at Australian players, and they all know that Australians have very good work ethic, good mentalities, easy to speak to in terms of the language, and so I think it'll raise the profile again of Australian youth and football.
Pretty exceptional when you see photos from Germany overnight with Jackson lifting the shield for the second Bundesliga. So an Australian, leading the way in that regard. It's a pretty exceptional story.
Look, what a week he's had. First last week, getting lifted onto the shoulders of the fans, and he was their trophy, and then getting married during the week, and as well as obviously winning the premiership last night. So it's a fantastic week for Jackson and Connor that they'll never forget for the rest of their lives.
Another promotion in Kusini Yengi, moving to the championship, playing alongside the likes of Sam Silvera and Riley McGree. Obviously great for him as an attacker to find himself in a league like the championship. Yeah,
look, and I've said it, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We're still searching for that number 9, and I've given plenty of players that opportunity at number 9, and to see Cass go there and do very well at Portsmouth in his first season. Played a lot of football in his first season, but to get promoted to the championship, you can see the difference in the Riley McGree, Sam Silvera, since they've been in the championship at Middlesbrough, playing a lot of football, how much they've improved. And it's great to see that with his promotion as well. But also, let's not forget about the A-League guys. Obviously this week there's a grand final, and there'll be, probably players in camp that'll, obviously win that. So, this camp I'm really excited to get ready for, because there'll be a lot of energy in this camp with excitement from what they've done at their club level.
And I guess it's a good segue into, I suppose, your mindset around selection. You talk about opportunity in looking ahead to this June window, and there's obviously a number of things that you need to balance as a coach in looking at the schedule of the players from a club perspective. Just talk us through your mindset at the moment and sort of where you're at in putting together the 23 for this window.
Yeah, look, I think there's only one thing in my mind. It's always we've got to win both games, get on that winning roll again, and we've won four out of the first 6 games. It's about our FIFA ranking points as well. When you win those games, obviously you've got a better chance of going higher up the ranking list. But I'll go down to watch the All-Star game on Friday night, where I need to look at some players that are on our long list at the moment to see how their fitness levels are, because they stopped the A-League pretty much 4 weeks ago, so to see how they are. There'll be players coming into camp that have finished at different times, and there's ones still playing at this moment in time. So we're having a pre-camp in Bangkok for pretty much the players will get there on the 29th. I'll pretty much announce a squad after this weekend, and players will get across there to acclimatise to the conditions before we go into Bangladesh.
And a nice luxury for a window that you're not usually afforded, which will be 5 or 6 training sessions with the players, obviously to acclimatise, but great to work with them for a bit more of an extended period than usual. Yeah,
look, I think we've been together for a long time now. It's going on. This window is it's my 6th year that I've been in charge, and I've done a lot of those boys with the Olympic team as well, so they all pretty much know what we expect and what my expectations are around performance. So it's just a matter of getting them in and working on those final little details and getting ourselves ready for the Bangladesh game, but also knowing that Palestine's going to be a very difficult game. They're still trying to qualify in Perth, and we're looking forward to that as well.
And you mentioned the FIFA rankings before. Just talk us through, I suppose, the significance of that in relation to these final two games and what that could mean for round 3 qualification.
Yeah, look, at this moment, we're pretty much dead level with South Korea. We're just behind them by, the width of a hair. and what that means is at this moment, we're in pot 2. If when we win these 2 games, and if South Korea slip up with a draw or something, we would go ahead and that will put us in pot 1. And if we go into pot 1, well, then we stay clear of playing Japan or Iran. And obviously then it gives us a better draw as well when you're in pot 1. And it's important that we keep fighting to get into that top 20 of the world rankings, because it's something that we haven't achieved for a very, very long time, and it's something that I'm inspiring the boys to do.
And whilst it's a long way away, that rankings, that consistency in rankings is something that not just for round 3 qualification, but then qualifying for a World Cup it has a knock-on effect over a period of time and can really influence the group that we would land in.
Absolutely. We probably, with the playoffs in the past, has put us in a group at a World Cup with France twice, with Denmark twice, and this time obviously Tunisia at Qatar. So performing well in the next round of qualifiers is crucially important to keep our ranking up higher, and that will help our draw at the World Cup.
Now, moving on to the game at Perth, obviously really pleasing from your perspective to see that the Socceroos and Football Australia are supporting DT38 Australia, the foundation that was set up in memory of Dylan Tombeat. It's nice to have that touch for someone who was a Perth local.
Absolutely, and the devastating thing that happened to young Dylan and for the family. And it's some of the boys probably don't know him, but they know of him and probably didn't know about it. And it woke up a lot of kids and it got tested. And Dylan is a fantastic footballer, a great person, and we're here to support.
And to that end, it's a really important health message for all men, and it's nice that the Socceroos can use this platform to really spread that important message.
Yeah, of course, and we will do that. And we've got a training day where the fans are welcome to come and watch training. And by playing in Perth for the first time in a very, very long time, exposes and gives information for the Socceroos as well. And a lot of boys are excited to play in Perth, and we've got a couple of locals that will probably be in the squad that were born in Perth, in Alessandro Siccardi, as well as Cam Burgess and Adam Taggart's on the list at the moment. So there'll be also some players that will go out there and play in front of the family and friends in their home nation.